doesn't include families.
Garrett Graff is the author of the new book, Raven Rock, the U.S. government's secret plan to save itself while the rest of us die. The title comes from this place, Raven Rock Mountain, a super secret bunker in Pennsylvania where Pentagon brass will relocate in a nuclear war.
How do you get on this list? And who's on it?
Well, so the list includes your high-ranking government officials, your cabinet leaders, your congressional leadership, members of the Supreme Court, as well as, top aides, White House staff.
Some people are on the elite list by accident. The bunker at Cheyenne Mountain in Colorado has its own Subway sandwich shop.
If you just happen at the time of the apocalypse to be the person manning the cash register at the Subway, you're going to be the only fast food employee in America who survives the nuclear war.
Another bunker is buried in Virginia at a place called Mount Weather.
This is the Mount Weather facility about 60 miles west of Washington, D.C. And it looks like a typical secure government facility. It is surrounded by a chain link fence with a barbed wire at the top.
And they don't like visitors.
Okay. I need your removal.
For decades, another secret bunker was located beneath Greenbrier, a luxury resort in West Virginia. It's now a museum. Behind this 25-ton blast door was a shelter for 400 government officials who could live for 60 days in dorms like this one. The bunker system has been used only once, on 9/11.
On 9/11, helicopters swooped in here to the Capitol and evacuated the congressional leadership as well as officials from across Washington out into these mountain bunkers around the country.
Let's hope they're never needed again.
They talk like they have bunkers, 'cause they do. All praises, glory, and honor goes to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of GMS. Peace, love, and salutations to the Bayaf Dawadah, the house of David. Now, you just heard the proud lips of Senator Lindsey Graham and the arrogancy, aside from the lying, on what's really going on, but the arrogancy and the pride speaking from this man. And he talks as if he has an underground bunker. So there was a video, and I've seen plenty of videos out concerning the threat of a nuclear war. And Esau and his Western media, are trying to spin this thing when the talks come up about Russia using nuclear war that they're on. They ain't. Nah, call us bluff. But there's a saying in the world, follow the money. And you got to ask yourself a question. Does this man or do these people speak as people that, will have to stay out on top and fend for themselves? Are they really seeking for peace? Are they seeking for resolutions to end this thing? Or are they looking to add fuel to the fire? If they don't believe that a third world war is going to happen, why do they have all these underground bunkers? Here, take a look. So you see these bunkers that they have because they have sense enough to know that this is unavoidable. The path that they're taking down is going to lead to thermonuclear war. But they got to sell it to the people first. And American citizens, with their pride, they speak as if America is not going to be annihilated. As if Europe, some parts of Europe is not going to be annihilated. They won't be destroyed. Let's go to the scriptures. Isaiah 13, verse 2. Lift up a banner in the high mountain, exalt thy voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. For I have commanded my sanctified ones, I have called my mighty ones for my anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of the nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustered the hosts of the battle, for they come from a far country, from the ends of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand, it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. They know this because they have underground bunkers. And this is the point of the lesson. All right? You can tell what's about to happen by the way they speak. Christians say you should, to judge a tree by its fruit. Revelation chapter 6, verse 14. And the heavens departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their place. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in dens and the rocks of the mountains, and said unto the mountains, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the land. For that great day of the wrath is come. Who shall be able to stand? See? So do you have it right there? They know that the end is near, is coming. And they have to fulfill the will of the Heavenly Father through the spiritual demon Satan on the left-hand side. But it's the average peon who's so gun-ho because the Heavenly Father has destroyed the wise men out of the so-called white man. Because if not, they would have they would be able to see their destruction down the street. I was in the movie Goodfellas when Jimmy was trying to have Henry Hill's wife killed. He told her to go down the alley, and she was like, "No, I'm okay, Jimmy." She felt the tension, she felt the danger, and she averted it. But these people can't avert it. They can't sidestep their judgment. They got a ticket on the chin. They have to drink from this cup. Close it out on Lamentations. Close it out on Lamentation. The pride of the so-called devil. The devil's better enjoy right now because your time is coming to an end. Lamentation, chapter 4, verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and thou shalt make thyself naked. Yeah, you drunk. You drunk off the media, drunk off movies, patriotism, Trumpism. The few, the proud, the Marines, you're drunk. You're distracted. You fooled and you bamboozled. Pray for Ukraine. Don't lift up a prayer. He that turn off his ear away from hearing the word or even his prayers is an abomination. Praying for America is literally praying for hell. The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. So the Heavenly Father is getting ready to play this so-called white man a visit. So scare you off into your little caves, all right, your little underground bunkers, and try to hide. from the Heavenly Father, but all in vain. Said that was the last one, but maybe this one will be. Amos chapter 9, verse 1. And I saw the Lord standing upon the altar, and he said, smite the lintel of the door, that the post may shake, and cut them in the head, all them, and I will slay the last of them with the sword. He that fleeth of them shall not flee away, and he that escapeth of them shall not be delivered. Though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them. Though they climb into heaven, thence will I bring them down. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search them and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, he shall bite them. Okay? So you could run, but you can't hide. Smite the lintel on the door, that the post may shake. It's going to be an honor, according to the scriptures, for the men that's able to take those kings and drag them out of them bunkers, man. Scripture say a two-edged sword in thy hand. That's Psalms. Let's get that scripture. Slack here, brothers and sisters. Bear with me. Baba Kasha. All right. Book of Psalms, chapter 149, verse 6. Let the high praises of the Lord be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathens and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with feathers of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord. See, it's an honor to be able to have that two-edged sword in your hand to bind these kings. Because these kings will be put in these underground bunkers. All right, that door post will be smit. Those, them doors will be opening up, and they're going to see men of the Lord. And they'll be snatched into captivity. All right? Snatched up by the Heavenly Father. His son, Yahushai, and the elect. And immediately they'll be put to work. Last video, I went into the Constitution, basically the Second Amendment, which is the right to bear arms, and how that'll be a thing in the past because, the scriptures talk about us destroying the weapons. All right, but one of the first jobs at hand will be to bury the dead bodies. And Lord's will, I'll close on that one. I won't make this one long. Ezekiel. Well, just because I said that, mentioned the Second Amendment, let me read this. Ezekiel chapter 39, verse 8. Behold, it is come, it is done, saith the Lord. This is the day where I spoken of. So this is talking about, the prophecy. This hasn't taken place yet. The prophecy that we're looking forward to. And they that dwell in the cities of Israel shall go forth and shall set on fire and burn the weapons, both the shields and the bucklers and the bows and the arrows and the handstaffs and the spears, and they shall burn them with fire 7 years. All right, that's going into the dismantling of the weapons. Verse 11, and it shall come to pass that in that day will I give unto Gog a place of graves in Israel in the valley and the patches of the east of the sea, and they shall stop the noses of the passengers, and there shall they bury Agog and his multitude, and they shall call it the valley of Hammongog, and in 7 months shall the house of Israel be burying them, that they may cleanse the land. Yea, all the people in the land shall bury them, And there shall be unto them a renown the day that I shall be glorified, saith the Lord power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And they shall sever out men of continual employment, passing through the land, burying the passengers that remain upon the face of the earth to cleanse it. And after the end of 7 months shall they search. So we're not going to be burying. We're going to be letting these heathens know where to bury the same people that, caused us ruckus. As it is written, the first will be last. All right, that's the book of Matthew, chapter 20, verse 16. So the last shall be first, and the first shall be last. For many are called, but you are frozen. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honor to the elders. Peace, love, and salutations to the Bayaf Dawata. Shalom.